There are a couple of U.S. coin designs that are just transcendent. You look at the one and you love it, and it's been used multiple times. And the silver eagle is now was the old Walking Liberty $50, right? The gold eagle was the old St. Gaudens. But what's the third design that we're currently using from the previous turn of the century? The Mercury dime, which now is our palladium piece. Tonight, we're going to spend some time talking about the last 5 years, but the branch mint Denver. These are special. So the Mercury dime was part of the coin renaissance in silver that started in 1916. If you recall, President Theodore Roosevelt, the Rough Rider Roosevelt, was looking to change our coinage, and in 1907 hired Augustus St. Gaudens. He redesigned the $20 and the $10 gold piece to start. Then he got sick. They hired Bella Leon Pratt to do the 2.5 and the 5. 1909, we started the circulating coins for the average individual. We went from the Indian to the Lincoln cent, our first presidential. And then we went crazy left field in 1913 with the Buffalo nickel, right? Still loved today. But in 1916, we changed the designs of all of our silver coins. Up until this point in history, all of our silver coins were always the same design. Back in the 1800s, we had the seated Liberty design. We had a half dime, we had a dime, we had a 20-cent piece, we had a quarter, we had a $50, and a few dollars that were all the same design, just different sizes. That was replaced by the Barber dime, quarter, $50. But in 1916, we went out with unique designs for every single denomination. And the workhorse denomination, well, it's the smallest silver coin in circulation, which was the 90% silver dime. And this one's nicknamed the Mercury. So 1916 is the first year of issue. It ran until 1945. And the only reason it stopped was in late 1945, our four-term president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, passed away. And in 1946, we introduced the new dime, the Roosevelt dime, and we still have that one today. So during that span of 1916 to 1945, we have a lot of beautiful coins. Philadelphia's, Denver's, and San Francisco's. But I'm always looking for, if everything's priced the same, they're not always the same. They don't match up one-to-one. And the Mercury dime series is all about that. Try finding a branch mint Mercury dime. That would be a Denver or a San Francisco. And again, for every 10 coins you find, you're going to find maybe one here, one there. It's special. But when you look at the mintage figures, it's glaring. These 5 years, right there, 1941, 175 million, 45 million. Right? 1942, 205 to 60. 1943, 191 to 71. 44 is 231 to 62. And last but not least, the last year of issue, 1945, 159 million to 40. There's 100 million plus less on the Denver side than the Philadelphia side for these 5 years, the last 5 years. The other thing to remember is we're walking into World War II during this span. So the coin mintages were down in a lot of the branch mints, just because the focus was other places, other needs at that time in the country. So Denver and San Francisco were doing different types of things on top of striking the coins that we needed here. So when you look at the one-to-one relationship, that is not a one-to-one relationship. These are significantly rarer, it just adds to the plus, right? If you take these exact 5 years with my competition, they range from $20.50 to $27 a piece. At $20 and change, times 5, they're over 100. If you want the exact 5, they're closer to 120. Tonight, all of these gorgeous uncirculated coins that were saved through the last 3/4 of a century to be able to make it to us today like it was made yesterday. Gorgeous. At $49.95, we are under $10 a coin. Think about that. a vintage, 3/4 of a century old, 90% silver dime in uncirculated condition for under $10. And it's not just random stuff. You get the last 5 years of issue, and all of these are Denver minted, which is the rarer of that group, as I explained earlier. There is outright special. Do we have the Phillies and San Franciscos? We do. I'm not quite sure if we have both available. They would be on our website. That would be avccoins.com. You'll see a tab across the top for dimes. Then hit Mercury, and then all the fun stuff will come up. Coins and capsules, certified coins, and then these special coins and what we call the Defender holder. With the change in packaging over the last decade, with most of the new packaging concepts being for certified coins only, i.e. NGC, PCGS, ANAX, etc., it was all about, can we find something that will fit those presentations? So this particular packaging came out. You can buy these yourselves. You get 3 of them for like $7, the holders, and then you can write on top of them where the label is. Our graphic department put together these beautiful color-coordinated labels for every one of our series, and that way it takes an uncirculated coin and protects it, but also gives you an option to store it some other way. If you want to take these apart and just keep the coin in your albums or whatever works on your side, easily doable. You can pry them open. It's not overly easy, but it's not hard. Winged Thought, which now means Mercury. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. The phones are crazy. Adolf Wyman. Does that name sound familiar? Yeah, he designed the Walking Liberty half dollar. You don't think he had some push? As I referenced earlier, we have 3 coins we've remade into our bullion coins, silver, gold, and palladium. And Adolf Wyman designed 2 of them. The Mercury dime, which is now the palladium, the Walking Liberty half dollar, which is now the silver eagle. Under $10 a piece, my competition, double and then some. It's just finding the needles in the haystack. When it comes to Mercury dimes, Denver all the way if you can find them. Find them, yes, but Denver if you can. And tonight, $49.95 brings them home.